guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very drizzly day. Yeah, it's pretty much been like this all week, so the last point I left off with you last week was that our sale was going ahead and a date had been not officially worked out, but it had been like a gentleman's agreement. That was all fine. So that was the last point I left off. I know I was very excited, like a giddy schoolgirl. We hit a bit of a stumbling block where we tried to exchange, which means basically the money has to be withdrawn from the bottom of the chain, and we're a chain of 4. And once it's withdrawn, it goes up the chain. So basically that person gets the money, then the next person gets that money, then the next person gets that money. Now it's figurative money, it's not the actual money that will be given on the 26th. It's just, does it work? Does it go up? It's super complicated. If anybody's trying to move at the moment, I feel for you greatly. So that tried to get done on Monday and it failed. The amazing solicitors that our buyer has yet again decided to make it extremely difficult for anything to happen. So they basically, it went up the line and stopped at them, and they refused to accept it or do anything about it. They wouldn't talk to their client, they wouldn't talk to the estate agents, and they wouldn't talk to anyone, nobody at all. Nobody could get hold of these solicitors, and it kind of got to the scary point where these guys have a really terrible reputation. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I may in the future once this is all done, but they have probably one of the worst reputations of solicitors in the whole country, and they've made it really difficult this whole time. So it was kind of expected because they've done this before. But it just kind of was extremely frustrating. I think that was the most scary part, that nobody could get hold of them whatsoever. So it basically meant that this time it could take an infinite amount of time. Basically, the banks need a certain amount of notice to get the funds in ready for people to exchange and give the money to, basically. Because we couldn't get hold of them and they were being extremely rude and they were making things very difficult, it kind of went quiet for a couple of days, which was really frustrating because I have prior engagements where I really need to sort things out with my job and with our house. As you saw last week, I had a lot of stuff ready to do. We've kind of stopped for the minute just in case. We got past that part and we got to like Wednesday this week, and I was also extremely poorly, and I still am feeling the repercussions of that. It's now Friday, so I'm getting there now, but the whole last week has just been a blur anyway, so that hasn't helped. I had to get a COVID test and it was negative in the end, but that took a long time to come through, and I've been off work, and it's just been a big palaver. So it's really been one of those weeks where like literally I don't even know what's happening anymore. So I think we got to Wednesday with the house and we rang our estate agent and was like, look, what the hell is going on? And he was like, look, there's nothing I can tell you, there's nothing we can do. So this was extremely frustrating. We were getting all ready and getting our hopes up again, and we had to kind of put those back kind of in the box, like we've done for the last 2 years. Every time we kind of get close, or we get a new chain, or people kind of tell us we're getting close, and then it all just falls apart, which it has done before. So we were on Wednesday and that happened, but then we got a phone call Wednesday evening to say that they had finally contacted them and that they had got a hold of the bank, and the bank has agreed to exchange, and that is where we're at. We're waiting for the exchange still to happen, but it's super exciting now. Like, I'm so relieved. Like, the amount of stress that was caused by this is just ridiculous. It makes you feel like, I mean, it probably hasn't helped me with being ill either. Yeah, I'm not my usual perky self, so I apologise, but I just wanted to kind of give you an update as to where we are now, as opposed to where we were last week. Hopefully we'll get there. Pray for me.
It's a scarf.
Wow. You've got a fur scarf.
Yes, I'm wearing.
It's just
frustrating.
I think it's just the waiting part.
No, it's the...
Waiting. Yes, it is. Waiting is horrible. Horrible. It's like you're watching your phone all the time, or you're like refreshing your emails every 5 bloody minutes because you can't do anything
this
else.
should have been the most simplest part. And obviously, this sale has never been simple from the start, so no surprise that this is
Every
happening.
stumbling block, although they did say it would take 3 days for NatWest to look at it, and it's taken less. 1 day,
yeah, that's not bad.
No.
I'm expecting some more up and downs for the remainder, although nothing else should happen.
No, my worry is that they're gonna not give us the money. Can you imagine me moving after all of that? We haven't even got the money. So I know it's been a bit of a miserable vlog for the past like 10 minutes or so that you've been watching it, and I'm really sorry. It's one of those things where we're so invested in this situation that you really do get like thrown through the motions of it all. So I'm going to cheer myself up, hopefully cheer you all up, and I'm going to do some painting. And so I'm going to paint these windowsills, which are just and get them looking jazzy, and then hopefully that make me feel better, and it might make you feel better, and we can kind of either talk through it, or I'll put like some nice music over it depending on how I feel. So yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of DIY, get myself in the zone and in the mindset and like feeling positive that this is going to go through and it's going to happen. And yes, hopefully things will start moving. Maybe this will be like the magic that I sprinkle on the crap pile that is this situation. So I've just got some basic interior paint from B&Q, just in white satin, and I'm going to just paint this windowsill up, because if you can see, which I'll show you properly now, Kev's actually painted it with chalk paint, which he lovingly surprised me with one day, and that's why it looks a little bit weird and grey. It's not because we're dirty, I promise. And he decided to paint it this very strange chalk colour, which I use for our fireplace, and it's kind of, well, I don't know anybody that actually paints windowsills with chalk paint. I mean, if you do, then I'm sure it's like a really nice look, but our one just looks like it's dirty and gross. So I'm going to paint it now with some satin paint. I can get it open. That would help. There we go. Oh, beautiful. And yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get that done now, and that's one windowsill done. I don't know whether I'll have to do like 2 coats or more, but just to get it done and looking crisp and white again after I made it so pretty and then he ruined it. It's just going to be lovely, and it's also going to be satin, which means it's going to be wipeable, whereas like chalk paint, unless you seal it, it's not wipeable. And obviously Kev didn't seal it, and that is why it looks like this. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. So that's one done. It's really streaky, but I think the chalk paint didn't really make it easy to paint on top of it. I sanded it down as best as I could, and then I wiped it down as well, so there was no excess dust. And now I'm gonna, I don't know why there's a ring there. I hope I didn't put anything on that. And now I'm gonna leave it to cure and give it a really good dry time of like a day, maybe a bit longer. I find with oil-based paint that you really should let it cure for quite a long time, or as long as possible, because we've done it before where we put another layer on top and then the layers just end up scraping away after a little while. So yeah, so now I've done that one, I'm gonna move on to that one over there in the corner. our number 2 done, and as you can see it's just way brighter, way nicer looking, and also because it's satin I can wipe it down if the kids decide to do anything, or if it gets like marked or drawn on, so that's really good. And again, it will just need to kind of dry for around a day to 2 days, and then I will do another coat, and hopefully that'll be enough to kind of cover up the interesting chalk paint choice. So it's a little bit later on in the day. The kids have got their, oh look, you can't see, there you go. The kids have got some Dougie on. It's about 4 o'clock. I gave myself a little bit of a break from filming. Where am I? There I am. Hello. I gave myself a little bit of a break from filming. It's gonna get a bit dark now, so I'm gonna turn the light on. Okay. Masters of great lighting, aren't we? Got all the good kit. Yeah, so it's around 4ish. I left you kind of doing some painting, feeling good, cleaning up, putting a bit of music on, making myself feel a little bit better, making you guys hopefully feel a bit better as well, because it started off a bit depressing. And I've got some rather lovely news. So we literally just got a phone call. No, we didn't. We literally just got email from my solicitor, and she said that it has been exchanged. Oh God, I don't really know how to feel, to be honest. It's one of those weird situations. My hair's horrific, don't worry about it. Literally as soon as I saw my hair in that monitor, I looked like a Sideshow Bob having a meltdown. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's a very strange feeling. I'm just letting it settle. I've had to very quickly hand my notice in because the days are dwindling down before it gets to the 26th. Yeah, it's gonna be really strange. I can't even really comprehend it. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and give you a real life update. Kev's having a bath because he's celebrating, so he's feeling a bit peppy, a bit sprightly, so he thought he'd have a bath. Nice bubbly one. And then our estate agent called when he was in the bath, and he got very mad because we weren't answering the phone, because we've literally been on his back for months. And then the one time he rings us to kind of congratulate us, he can't get hold of us, so that was funny. And we've had lovely estate agents, absolutely lovely. When this process is all done and it's a little bit more kind of easier to talk about the ins and outs of everything, I will mention them and give them a lovely thank you, because they were amazing. And yeah, that's an update which I actually want to give you for once. And I feel really odd. Wow, I actually made effort today for once. Like, do I ever wear makeup anymore? Apparently not. Today's a new day. It's the day after the day I filmed for you, which I don't remember because I don't know what the day is anymore. And I think I left you at the point where we had just found out we exchanged. We got a phone call from our estate agent saying congratulations. That was lovely. And I am now sitting in my room. Yeah. And I have just been to work, and I managed to grab loads of boxes that you can all see. They're everywhere. And I'm gonna do a little bit of kind of sorting today, and then essentially I'm gonna do a couple of packing videos. So I'm hoping there's going to be more than one video up next week, because there's just going to be too much to film for one video. I don't want it to be like an hour long of you just watching us pack, but there'll be like little videos, smaller videos, condensed videos. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. And we're still the way we were last night. It's still exchanged. Obviously, it's not going to change now. It's cemented. It's done. Finito. We are officially moving. We have a date, and it's the 26th of January. So we've got, because between exchanging and completion, you can actually move in between that. They need the house empty between that time period. You just need to be able to hand the keys in and give them an empty house by the 26th, but you can move before that. So we're going to move the weekend before that, which would be next weekend. This video will be coming out this weekend, and from tomorrow or today, whenever I put this up, it'll be a week exactly from when we're going to start moving out. So for the next few days, I'm going to literally be packing like a crazy person, and I will probably show you a little bit of that if that's cool with you. And if it's totally boring, turn me off. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with going through a few bits and bobbly knobs, and yeah, it's really strange, but we're going to be packing, so yay. So this is Harry's giant toy box. See, look, it was given to him on his first birthday, and it was made by his nanny's husband, and it was housing all their toys until they decided to, don't know if you can see really, they start, yeah, there we go, look, they like literally scratched all of the top of it up. So I moved it and put it in our room and used it as like a box for all their keepsakes, which are all here. I didn't realise I had so much. And there's loads over here. I've got my record playing to keep me company. Yeah, there's so much. There's like all Harry's old work behind me as well. So all this stuff around me is gonna hopefully be boxed up and put in my mum and dad's loft, because it is all sentimental things that we're not going to really get out too often. I really want to cut this down to like at least half, because I don't want like 100 million sentimental things that we never ever get out and we never look at. But it's just finding what to get rid of and what not to, which is my problem, especially when it comes to like things that to do with like babies and things. Like I have like all their little, I have all their little foot tags and things. I've got literally all their baby blankets. I have like a few albums. I've got so much stuff. It's ridiculous. And the box that I showed you, the wooden box that this lovely camera is set up on, I wobbled, is going to be hopefully a box that's going to hold all their bedding, because we're going to get like the beds that Harry's got, like it's like a chair futon mattress that is on the floor, and what we're going to do is going to get 3 of them to build a sofa, but all the duvets can't be out all the time, so the box is hopefully going to hold their duvets. I don't know if it's big enough really, but we'll see. And that's the plan at the moment. And then all the sentimental things are going to come out of here and they're going to go up in my mum and dad's loft. So yeah, I've got to box all that up as well and hopefully sort it and clean it. Oh God. So I've managed to somehow, sorry, Ozzy's got like a book that was in the memory box. It's like a noisy book, so that's going to be doing that. But I managed to, that stuff is all stuff we're going to get rid of. And literally, I don't know why, I keep a lot of cards, apparently. So I managed to get them down to like that. And they're only cards for when their kids were born and their first birthdays from just me and Kev. Everybody else's I've just got rid of because, let's be honest, I'm not going to turn you around a bit. I'm not going to read them all the time. And it's literally exhausting holding even this many cards. So this is how many I'm keeping. And yeah, there's a few newspaper articles that Kev was in, and there's a few like birthday banners in their first, yeah, and their first, I've got like this here, like this was Harry's first wrapping paper that I kept because he's my first baby, so I kept his wrapping paper from his presents because I'm that kind of mum. Yeah, and then I've kept like, and I kept like Elowin's first birthday banner and a few cards from loved ones that we are no longer with anymore. So that's that. Cards. I feel like I've got so much more to do. I might sign off in a little while. There may be some more clips, or there may be my kind of sign off clip coming up next, because this is going to take me ages and I'm losing, yeah, and I'm losing a lot of light. So I'm going to listen to some music. I've got my, hold on, I've got my record player there for my own pleasure. You can't listen to it, obviously, otherwise I'd get told off. And I'm going to try and sort this mess out. But expect more videos like this to come. This is what I'm going to be doing for the next week or so until we actually move out. And then we'll kind of do like a story time of why I'm moving into my parents, etc, etc. So yes, I should carry on before I lose the plot. Cut this part out. No, don't. Hey Kev, talk on the vlog. You idiot.
Is that funny?
That's funny, yes.
It's been...
No, you can't do that.
Mom,
I think that's enough, babe, anyway. Come on. Oh my god! Come on!
Be that problem where...
Do it again. They take ages and we don't get it.
Yeah, because have it on Wednesday morning, if that's the case. But no,
That's it.
yeah.
Because you drag it out.